What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It is Monday over here. Hope you guys are doing well. This is my third post to YouTube today. So we are currently seeing Bitcoin currently at about 28.6K. It is up over 5% today. Very important to see Bitcoin close on top of that daily 200 SMA. We still do have a couple more hours until the daily candle close, which, a lot could still happen in the next couple of hours, as we have seen with Bitcoin, with a lot of crypto, right? So going to be keeping an eye out on Bitcoin chart because it is the driver of this market. If Bitcoin is actually able to close on top of the daily 200 SMA, the next milestone will be the weekly 200 SMA, which will be in the next couple of days, right? If that does happen, then it's going to be looking a lot more bullish for the altcoins, at least in the short term. The main topic on this video is going to be about, sorry, I just had a ORBS token. See what has been going on in this market since its recent pump. What could be happening next with ORBS? Going to be taking a look into some upside and downside price targets for this market, as well as some key price levels that this token needs to break in order to go either direction. I'm going to be giving you guys my personal opinions and what I'm personally doing in this market later in this video, so make sure to be staying around for that. Of course, none of what I'm saying here is financial advice. It's purely my personal opinions and speculations. I could very well be wrong. I am not a financial advisor, nor am I an elite trader of any sorts, even though I am a profitable trader who's been able to keep most of my profits during the last bear markets, and I'm looking to crush it here for the next bull cycle. So if you guys feel the same way, if you guys are feeling pumped, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into it. All right, so we do have ORBS down almost 7% today, currently at about 3.5 cents area. What could be happening with this coin here? Let's take a look into the weekly time frame and just zoom out a little bit and see what has gone on for the past couple of weeks. So what I'm seeing here is that it had a double bottom pattern here, just a bit of a recap, right? Double bottom pattern here. First bottom, the week of June 12th this year. Second bottom, the week of September 4th this year, okay? So that usually breaks to the upside, and it did this time, okay? Price action did hold above this resistance, this first resistance here at about 3 cent area, okay? As you guys can see, as of last week's candle, it did, it did bounce back up from there, from that 3 cent area there, okay? So, it is holding back on top of that resistance there, or that breakout. Now let's see what could be happening with this coin, okay, on a lower time frame, and see if we can get any clues on what the next move could be. Okay, even on the daily time frame here, it seems like it had a recent pump to about 5 cents, and now it's pulling back. Something to also note though on this weekly time frame, it doesn't seem to be really oversold. It barely hit about 70, okay? On some of these lower time frames, it is, overbought, okay? On the 3-day time frame, it was overbought. It still is overbought at about 81 area, and currently at about 73 on the RSI. Daily time frame here, we do have bearish divergence, okay? That's basically where you get a higher high on the price action chart, a higher or equal or higher high on the price action chart, but then you get a equal or lower high on the RSI. That is bearish divergence. It usually signals a pullback, and it seems like we're getting that right now. Very important for you guys to go ahead and Google search or ChatGPT some of these trading concepts I am throwing out if you guys are not already familiar, because it is very important to know these technicals going forward in order to stay in this market for the long run, okay? Now, let's see, even on a lower time frame here, if we can get any kind of pattern that could tell us what could be happening next, okay? Since we have very little data since after that pump, just yesterday, let's see if we can actually get a pattern going on here. I mean, this could be a falling wedge that's forming. Let's even come down to the 15-minute time frame and see if we have a validated falling wedge. No, we don't. Not even on the 15-minute, so maybe 5-minute charts. So we don't have a validated falling wedge pattern here, so this could still be a developing falling wedge. I mean, that's my best guess. It doesn't necessarily have to be one, right? Let's look for some moving averages to maybe place this bottom trend line here. So I am going to be tracking the hourly 200 SMA. That's usually a pretty important moving average for short-term trends. And since we had a pretty recent trend here, recent pump here, I'm going to be tracking that because it has already hit the hourly. It has already broken through the hourly 21, the hourly 50. So I think it's going to be hitting the hourly 200 SMA, which is going to be the orange line over here at about 3.1 cents currently, but it is going to be coming up on the hourly basis. So my guess is, since we don't have a developed pattern, my guess is it's going to be looking something like this. It's probably going to be a falling wedge. I could very well be wrong. So you guys have your own thoughts, right? But this is what I think it's going to be, right? I'm going to be moving this bottom trend line along with tracking the hourly 200 SMA. Since I think it's likely to bounce off there and validate this bottom trend line. Other than that, I really don't see a another pattern that's here from this recent move, okay? Let's also talk about this. Let's come back here to talk about this weekly time frame here. Also very important to be staying above this 3-cent area, because if you actually get a weekly candle close back below 3-cent area, that will invalidate this entire breakout here, and we could be looking at further downside. Okay, so very important for this price action to stay above 3 cents, because that was your resistance out of this double bottom pattern, right? Gonna be ignoring this very long wick here, so I am going to be just focusing on this 3-cent area. So that is something that I'm really paying attention to. Of course, if if this price action breaks this bottom trend line that I have estimated, then we could be looking at another trading pattern instead, right? But right now we don't have a developed pattern. If that does happen, make sure to I can bring you guys an update if enough of you guys want to see more analysis of orbs. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment, letting me know that you guys do want to see more of this coin, and I'll bring you guys an update if enough of you guys want to see it. Okay, so that's basically what I'm seeing for orbs. Let's take a look into some key supports and resistances this price action does need to break in order to break to the upside and downside. So it is above your weekly moving averages. It is right at the monthly 21 SMA, as you guys can see. The monthly 21 SMA is going to be about the 3.8 cent area, the blue line here. So very important to be closing on top of that moving average if you want to see further upside. Okay, that's going to be closing in quite some time, in about 15 days. So something to be keeping in mind, but not something immediately important. Let's come over here to the 3-day time frame. You're basically right at the 3-day 200 SMA at about that 3.7 cents area. Okay, very important to be closing back on top of that, the orange line here. So those are going to be some of your key resistances, okay? Key support, you're going to have your daily moving averages all beneath the price action. Very important to be staying on top of those as well if you want to see further price action. Your 3-day moving averages, you guys can repeat the same exercise. for supports and resistances, identifying moving averages on the daily up to the monthly time frame, or whatever time frames you guys are interested in. Those are the time frames I am most interested in. Okay. Now let's go ahead and talk about what I'm currently doing. So while I think this market still looks bullish in the medium term, because Bitcoin has been able to stay away from a very steep breakdown on the weekly time frame there, from that double top pattern on the weekly time frame. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, do check out my first post of the day. First post today, I did get into the charts for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin has been able to stay away from that, but it is still stuck in a very tight range. So I've been leverage trading both ways since Bitcoin has been stuck in a very tight range, and I have been getting more consistent results. So I am going to be continuing doing that probably until Bitcoin actually breaks on top of 32K there. Then I probably will be considering holding for a longer period of time, rather than basically day trading currently, right? So that's basically what I'm seeing. That's my tentative plan right now. I am not trading orbs at this time. I am trading quite a bit of other altcoins. You guys let me know what you guys are trading, what you guys are holding. How are you guys trading or holding? What you guys are trading? How is this market treating you? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys next time.